We're live. What is up, everybody? There's some of you waiting around. I appreciate it. Getting a little psyched up before we start. We have some paintball stuff to talk about. There's some new products that came out. Let's see what we're going to talk about. I want to talk about the NXL and their drone use. There's a new project, G3 CS3. There's a CS3 Raffle taking place. HK Army came out with their UV Sonic loader. There's the new Prism hoppers from Bunkerkings. I guess they're not new hoppers. They're the Bunkerkings control. They just, got a cool, prism look to them. Adrenaline came out with some inserts that's a little weird. Some Freak XL SAS inserts. Not Save Our Souls. Yeah, hopefully everybody's well. We're going to see if we can find anybody in Germany. Are there any Germans or people pretending to be German? Hello from Conway, Arkansas. Love the content, homie. Thanks, Phil. You got it. Allbrook, San Diego again. Hello. Dylan, finally available to watch again on Thursdays. Well, welcome back, And Goaty Boy says, I just shot my Shocker amp today and I love it. Well, good. Hopefully you've got a good deal on it. They've been kind of cheap for a couple months here, a handful of months. Nate's in Germany. How about that? What are the odds of that happening? Shocker amps. Yeah, the amps have been a really good price lately. They're definitely a very good deal. Yep. Nate, the international player. So what should we talk about first? We're just going to kick this off with talking about something. Let's switch to this right here. And let's just talk about this first. This is the Project G3 from Project G Paintball. Although, I've been kind of confused. They used to be like Project G all the time. And it seems like lately they've been just Project. So I don't really know what to call them. And it's kind of just confusing when I'm like Project G, G3 CS3. That's a lot to talk about. But there it is. It's goddamn beautiful. I really like it. It really reminds me of the Planet Eclipse GSL that was based on that GO 3.5. And it looks really good. I think that a lot of these companies have kind of been chasing that GSL milling for quite a while, trying to make a gun that looks like the GSL, or at least something that's as appealing as the GSL. And they finally did it. It's coming in a bunch of colors. I think there's 10 colors in total. I really just like that black. The black just looks really good. I'm a fan of that black. There we go. That black right there. Although that forest green, emerald green, a British racing green or whatever we're going to call it, is pretty cool too. And I'm 90% sure that the first drop of these is taking place today, or is already taken place. They're very expensive though. These things are $2,050, which is quite a bit. That's, hundreds of dollars more than the base CS3. Yep, and we talk about these limited edition guns, and you don't really get anything for spending more money. All you're really getting is exclusivity and it being a little bit more rare than some of the other guns out there. But I really do like it. It looks very good. I'm a fan of that solid red too. I really like these solid colored guns. Although that's really cool too, the Light Trooper. Project G, let's go look at their website. Let's, I didn't really plan this very good. Normally I'm kind of at least have the browser already open. Project G, so when's it taking place? Drop 1, I think, already happened. Maybe it was today, I don't know. Or maybe it's already sold out or something, I don't know. Everything's sold out, obviously. These guns sell out really fast. I don't really ever know how many there were. At one point, I actually knew how many of these they were making, but I seem to like have totally forgotten. Let me know in the chat if you guys actually know how many of these things they're making. Drop 1 was yesterday. Couldn't remember if it was today or yesterday. But yeah, it's a massive 2,000 something? $2,050. Here's this is actually really good. This actually can kind of like maybe give us a little better idea of what the thing looks like. And hopefully we don't have to sign in, but I think if I open it in a new tab, it will work. Waiting. And that stupid login thing is just like a problem. It looks really good. They have that like silver or like that golden green one that kind of looks like the A's colors, which is kind of cool. The Project G3 CS3 from Planet Eclipse. They also recently came out with their Project G2 LV2. It's just like, it's too wordy. Another really good looking gun. This one's kind of like a little more subdued, although I've seen this one in person finally, and I think it looks a little bit better in person. You bet it. Who's buying one of those? I bet anyone buy any of these? Wonder if anyone bought any. I am so hot. It is so hot. I'm dying in here. They should have them numbered like the GSL. Yeah, the GSL was really cool how they actually like milled the number in the side of the gun. So you could actually like know, you know, which production number you had. It was pretty cool. 400 on the first drop. So they sold 400 guns yesterday. That's insane. 400 guns in one day is quite a bit of money. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money. So that's cool. I mean, that's cool for like, you know, the project guys. Who has Project Paintball? It's Archie Montemayor and Ryan Brand, the coach of X Factor. They're really selling that much? 400? Yeah, I kind of was like 400. Maybe 400 is like the total. Dylan! With that super chat, first super chat, thank you so very much. I'll actually pay for all this nonsense. When's the new CS3 mechanical video coming out? I finished it today. It's been uploaded to YouTube, so it's on YouTube. But every single video I have to make, or every single video that I upload, YouTube demonetizes them. I have to like manually review it. So I don't know. I mean, sometimes they're quick. Sometimes it takes a week and a half, but the goal is early, mid next week. So ideally, I'd probably put it up on Tuesday, but it's done. It's just, you know, a matter of time. The mechanical CS3 video. Yeah, super chats like that and like, you know, people watching these videos is actually, you know, how I actually can purchase some of this stuff. And speaking of purchasing, I'm actually in the Paintball Ruined My Life Facebook group. There's actually a raffle taking place right now for each of these things. There's a CS3 in there, and then the mechanical frame in there eventually. Mechanical frame. Tickets are $10. There are, I think, 220 tickets. Maybe there's 230. I can't remember all of a sudden. They're $10 a piece, and we're about halfway sold out. So that raffle will probably be taking place in a few days here. And you can also find the link in the description of this video to that Facebook group. So if you want to actually get a chance to win yourself a $10 CS3 plus mechanical frame, you know, go partake in said raffle. Yes, Ryan, Brand, and Archie. Yeah. I think they said 120 sold last night, 400 will be made total, 200 this year, 200 next year possibly. I definitely remember that sounds right. I remember them saying the LV2, it's possible that they'll make more next year, which is interesting. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of it being super limited, but you know, oh well. This thing. No, not that thing. This thing. The Project G3. And you know what else I wanted to say too is that, like, I'm really happy that, you know, I've been complaining historically a lot. I'm looking for something. Historically quite a bit about the NXL, and
again 4-on-5 advantage Houston Heat.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, I think that's Frank posted up.
Yeah, I've complained a lot about the NXL in the past, like, not complained, maybe just like,
first 2 points they figure the gun's gonna be on him,
like wished they would do some things different, or had some ideas, things they could do different. And I really like, you know, how they're using this drone more. It was one of the things that I was like harping on them about, or, you know, really wanted them to give a try to. And this drone shot that they use right here, I really do like. I think it's a good way to like survey the field really quickly while we're watching to try to figure out where those players are. Because, you know, like right now you can see everybody. It's really easy to kind of see where players are at. And that was something we saw in Paris a couple weeks ago at NXL Europe when they were using that drone pretty extensively in Europe. I think that drone shot was like 98% of the time. And I really like it. I mean, one of the problems with that drone, though, was on Sunday there was just a little bit too much weather, so they couldn't even fly the thing. They had to park it on the ground, and they were able to get it up later in the afternoon, but certainly in the morning, yeah, it was just a little bit too windy and weathery for that drone to fly around. That's kind of why I think that if they're going to stay on, you know, these static shots, which most of it all is static, you know, they're not really flying the drone around much, it's staying in one spot. I do think kind of maybe having a dedicated camera high up like that would be better, although it's really high, so I don't know how that would necessarily work out. You can see it pivot a little bit there. But I really like this drone shot, and I'm just glad they did it. Dylan says they need live barrel cams. I'm with you on that, but that's a whole nother, like, whole nother problem. That's like a big ordeal, and it's way harder than this drone shot, that's for sure. NXL using that drone, I just like it. You know, I'm glad they used it. Really glad. What's chat doing? I am so hot. It is so hot in here. I took a shower like 10 minutes, 20 minutes before we started. I'm just like, I could not get cool. The air conditioner's pumping. J Stu Productions, he snagged a G3 himself last night. I can't wait to get in hand Saturday. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'd probably be excited if I had one of those things. You know, I'd be alright with that. Ow, what is happening? You know what I also thought was, this is something that HK came out with. HK released the HK Army Sonic UV Hopper. And it's really cool. I mean, it looks really cool when they're shooting it. I'll pull a video up here in a second. You can kind of see where those UV lights are. There's 3 or 4, I think, that they were in the tray right there. How many were there? There's 4 that are in that tray kind of top area. And then there's also some down the feed neck that help kind of activate that fluorescence inside those paintballs. They're selling for, how much are they? $130 is what they are. $130. And then they're also selling 2,000 round boxes. So, you know, a normal case of paint for $60. So that's not bad. But, you know, I don't know where we're going to use this. You know, most people, like 99% of us, are playing in the daytime. So we don't really have like, you know, places to actually go play at night or anything like that. But look at how cool it looks. It just looks so cool. Oh, this is like, I think this is Mark talking about it.
UV lights. We added a total of 7 UV lights that instantly illuminate the HK Army glow-in-the-dark paintballs. 4 of the UV lights are located in the raceway that stay on while the loader is powered on. The additional 3 lights are located in the feed neck and are activated as the paintball is passed.
Yeah, which is cool. I just don't know, you know, like it, you know, those lights that are in the feed neck. I wonder how long the like paint has to sit in that UV, you know, and when it's right there in the feed neck, his finger is in the way like the whole time.
The additional 3 lights are located in the,
you know, I don't know how long, you know, when the light, it's just passing right through really fast over that light. I don't know how fast it's going to activate. I'm not entirely sure.
feed neck and are activated as the paintball is passed. We did that to optimize battery life. And of course, the loader still has all of its awesome features, like feeding 16 plus balls per second, the built-in spring ramp, toolless shell, and it operates on one single 9-volt. Get yours today.
Yeah, it's all that normal, like, let's see, do I have another one? Oh, I guess that's it shooting right there. So, I mean, look at it, it looks really cool, but this might be the same exact video. I know they put like a one on, they put one on there like, I think I saw one. Let's just see what this one is. Maybe there's some more shooting in this. God, look at how bright they are. I mean, obviously, you know, you gotta have the camera set kind of correctly and stuff for it to work, for it to like pick up that brightness. So they might, they're probably not that bright in real life, I bet. Man, maybe it does like light them up really fast. I'm sweating. I want to see shooting. Look at that though. But it's all at night, you know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe if you have an indoor or something like that, it would be cool. But I'm really interested in how it looks just in the daytime even, you know, in the daytime. Or I'm curious about how it would look playing on like an airball field or like a, you know, speedball field under lights. There's quite a few paintball fields out there that, you know, have pretty good lighting setups now. Like PB Fit out there in Texas, they have like crazy lighting. So I'm curious just what it looks like, you know, under lights. Because it would be cool, you know, we've seen like the airsoft guys, they're all using those tracer rounds and stuff like that. But again, they're playing inside with those so you can actually see them. We're not playing outside at night much. It's for us night ballers who wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. Who plays at night though? Like no one plays it. Who plays at night? That's the thing. I know that 2-bit. I know that like some people, you know, some places play at night. You know, I've technically played at night, but you know, I've only had a very few opportunities to actually play at night where, you know, I can go to the paintball field like every weekend. I've only been able to play at night a handful of times. Johnny RC, do you think the other hopper brands like Spire Rotor will offer light kits to support these glow-in-the-dark paintballs? You know, I don't know. I think that, honestly, the major, like, the biggest use for, like, this UV stuff is, like, those zombie hunt things. So a lot of these paintball fields will have, like, during Halloween, this time of year, a lot of those zombie shoot, kind of like, you know, you get on a trailer or whatever, and you get a paintball gun and you like shoot zombies and stuff. That's probably what 99% of this UV glow-in-the-dark paintballs are used for. So I don't know. I mean, maybe other companies will do it, but it's not like that huge of an industry. You know, and it's not the first time somebody's done this either. So there's been other UV hoppers like that thing right there. The Ricochet UV way back in 2002. So it's not the first one. I mean, they kind of say it's like the first one or something like that, but it's definitely not. Look at this guy. It's definitely not the first. And I noticed this the other day too. I pulled up, or I found the patent for UV hoppers, and I'm pretty sure it expired like this month. So that's probably also why we've seen HK come out with it. And you know, possibly we'll see like a rotor or a spire or something like that be UV. But I think we need to see more use cases, right? I think that there's just not a lot of use cases for it. So it's going to be interesting. Yep. They have field lights. You're not actually in the dark. So it's not dark. That's what I was saying, like playing at night in the lights. That's what I'm curious about it. Because I think that it'll work then. It's just in the middle of the day. It's just too bright. But I don't know, maybe not. I mean, maybe those things are so bright, you know, just like you can see like a bright yellow paintball in the air. These are going to be even brighter than that, so who knows? Who knows? Dylan, do you think we'll see a new Lux and or Shocker at Cup? Yeah, I think we'll see something. I don't necessarily know if we'll see a whole new gun. Like, I don't know if we'll see a whole new Lux, but I kind of feel that like we might see the same TM40 body with maybe an updated bolt system. And the same thing might be true for the Shocker. We might see like the same body, but just with like maybe some updated internals. But I definitely think something's going to be there. I mean, they've been trying to blow these Luxes out and get rid of Luxes and Shockers for a while. Either like burning through old inventory or just trying to sell as many maybe as possible until like a new version comes out. But I really do think we'll see something. We'll find out though. At World Cup. When is World Cup? Like November or something like that? Somewhere around there? Franco, it will be nice if we get a paint that is really visible through camera lenses. Watching paintball would be so more enjoyable, 100%. I mean, they've tried that before. I think that there's two reasons paint's not super visible. It has to do with like camera frame rate. So I think if we are able to watch video back at like 90 frames or 120 frames a second, it would look better. But they've also tried that with like, you know, having mandatory like paint colors and stuff, so it's a little bit more visible on camera. You know, back in the day, everyone was using like black paintballs and stuff because they weren't as easy to see. And now we, you know, just got bright stuff, so it's a little bit easier to see. 2-bit, hey, have you seen the Adrenaline SAS Freak XL barrel inserts? You betcha I have. You mean like these right there? Nope, not that. There. So these are a couple days ago. I think Adrenaline finally released these things. I heard them a while ago. But they're inserts. They're just Freak XL inserts that actually have Teflon, like in the aluminum of the insert. So they've taken, I think, aluminum and just pumped Teflon into it. So there's actually Teflon everywhere inside of it. It's not like a Teflon coating right down the inside of the barrel. It's actually everywhere. So one of the things I was concerned about or wondered about is if, like, you know, these barrels that have like some sort of coating on the inside, people have done Rain-X and stuff like that in the past, but it just wears off. So having this like impregnated or like the Teflon, that PTFE, like in the actual aluminum, you know, it won't wear off at least. Although if you know, watch this channel often or you like listen to me talk, I'm very skeptical on barrels. I don't really necessarily think barrels are the end all, right? I think that most barrels are about the same. They do claim that those are going to increase your velocity by about 10 psi, not psi, about 10 feet per second, you know, if you're using that same insert size. They also say the velocity is more consistent. They're saying you'll get better air efficiency. They're saying it's more accurate. which is kind of all crazy to me. We've heard countless, I mean, literally 100 different companies have said like their barrels are better. And I've never really experienced that ever. So I'm always a little skeptical. They did produce this chart, which is super confusing. I watched the video. They put a video out. And it kind of helped explain this chart a little bit. I can probably explain it a little better. So that very top one, that 687, that's a standard insert. And when they checked this is to compare the different like velocities. So with that 687 insert, and they tested that, and that ball fit perfectly in that 687 insert. So, you know, you lightly blow it out, and it averaged a velocity of 287. And then they went over to the 686 adrenaline insert with the same exact paintballs, and they were able to get 292, which to me is not that big a difference, right? I mean, we're talking about like a minuscule difference. I mean, this could just be like you got some paintballs that were a little bigger or something like that. And they did the size down from 687 to 686. So I don't know. I mean, if they were to use a standard aluminum 686 insert, who knows? Maybe they would have got a higher velocity at 292 as well. So I think that doing these tests, they probably should compare exact bore sizes. And all these are like that. So the 680 adrenaline insert, that one right below the standard one, I wish I could like draw on the screen or something, but that 680 one is the same paint they were using before with that 687 insert. And they got 696 out of it. So it's 9 feet per second higher, but it's because it's a smaller bore diameter barrel. I mean, I really do think that like if you were to put a 680 insert, it probably wouldn't be that much different than 296, than shooting 296. So I don't know. I mean, I remember when these Freak XL inserts came out, and you know, GOG was saying how they're gonna be like way better. I don't know, dude. I did like a test on here, and I like hand picked paintballs and was like measuring paintballs to have perfect barrel fit. And I couldn't tell the difference between the Freak XL and the regular Freak as far as velocity or accuracy or anything. So, you know, I'm a little skeptical of these things. But, you know, I don't know. I like adrenaline. Everything adrenaline makes is really cool. But I'm just a barrel skeptic. SAS also stands for slick ass shit. Which, you know, it reminds me of the British Special Forces a little bit. They're $220 for the entire kit. I think that kit's gonna come with 8 inserts, right? 7, 8. Well, there's 7 there, but I think there's an empty spot. 8 inserts in total. $220. You know, I mean, that's $60 more than the stainless steel inserts, or $100 more than just those standard aluminum inserts. So this is the actual video that they made that helps, I think, clarify some of that, like, you know, wording and verbiage and stuff. And all this stuff, right? If you guys want to check this video out, if you want to go like check out that project CS3 that just came out, there's links in the description to all of said items. Whoop whoop. Yep. So that's the SAS adrenaline inserts. What are you people saying? SAS inserts are snake oil. Change my mind. Yeah, you're gonna. Yep. I mean, the hard thing about some of this stuff is, like, you know, technically, yeah, maybe it's better. You know, maybe, you know, technically, you know, barely. But it's so hard to, like, you know, see a difference. They said Tampa Bay Dams will be using them at World Cup. Using the barrels? I'll use them. They could pay me. That elevator person. Are you a elevator repairman? That's kind of cool. ULI is better. Yeah, those power insert barrels are weird to me too. It's like literally all the same. I mean, everybody's making the same barrel. I mean, like, you know, you got Carbon making them, you have the infamous barrels, you have Planet Eclipse, you have Dye. They're all making the same exact barrel. I think that should kind of prove they're all just tubes of aluminum. Who knows? Tube same? I don't know. What's code? Really wish companies would invest in actual improvements instead of gimmicks like this. Well, I don't know. I mean, Adrenaline's an interesting company. It's not like Adrenaline. I mean, I'm with you for the most part, for sure. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, trust me. I mean, I wish Empire's just like given up on paintball. I mean, Empire used to make like a good gun, like multiple good guns and like hoppers and all kinds of stuff. And I feel like they've totally quit. But Adrenaline's a little different. Adrenaline, they don't really make a lot of stuff. I mean, most of the stuff they made has been around like their custom guns. Like this bolt came, definitely not. This bolt came in that like, you know, whatchamacallit thing they made. It's the Adrenaline Lux. But they don't really sell a ton of stuff, you know. I mean, these barrel kits are like the only, I'm like, they don't sell a ton of stuff. They have 67 pages of product. But you can see it's not like, you know, it's a lot of the same thing kind of, or just like little rando things. But I'm with you. I mean, it's just difficult though. Some of these companies, you know, like Adrenaline, they're not making a ton of money. So it's just difficult for them to like, you know, take, you know, money they really don't have and invest it into research and development. You know, but then again, at the same time, maybe if they did that, they'd sell more stuff. It sounds like I'm talking shit about Adrenaline. That's not what I'm doing. Kinda though. But it's, you know, whatever. Planet Eclipse FL kit is the best barrel kit with the Silencio dip. But then you kind of defeat the purpose of the FL kit. You got an aluminum tip. It's no longer featherlight or whatever. Someone said something about a blunderbuss. Where the hell did that go? Imagine a tournament with the blunderbuss barrels only. You couldn't do it. I mean, literally, like that video does not really convey how loud that barrel is. Like you couldn't do it. I mean, if there were like 5 people shooting off the break with those things, it would just be insane. Insane. It's not even, it's just crazy. Crazy. What are your thoughts on AS Gear, HK Army, NXL, Lone Wolf, and other big companies buying land and making tournaments under an outdoor arena roof setting for better conditions to play? What? Well, I don't think any of those companies are buying land. I mean, I don't know. Is that like a hypothetical question? I mean, because I don't know of any of those companies buying land. I know that the NXL wanted to do it. The NXL wanted to have like dedicated. We've always wanted that, right? I mean, like the past 20 years, there's been talk about having like, you know, dedicated tournament facilities for the NXL. You know, like say the NXL has like, you know, 6 fields around the US. Those are the places that the NXL would always travel to, and maybe they could be like better things. But I don't know. I kind of like how, you know, the paintball tournaments are closer to cities, and only leasing or like renting that property for like a week or two, I think is cheaper. It's probably cheaper than actually purchasing the land. So I think that, you know, by it being a little cheaper, you're able to get like better locations. Whereas like if the NXL was to buy, you know, 40 acres in San Diego or something, it'd just be so much money that it's not really doable, maybe? I don't know. What I would really like to see is some of these paintball teams actually start facilities and start paintball fields, you know? Like, I'd really think it'd be cool if Infamous had a paintball field, you know, somewhere out in the Midwest or East Coast, and Dynasty could have a paintball field, You know, because recently Dynasty practice, they would practice at Camp Pendleton or Victory Paintball Park in San Diego. But that place closed, and they don't really have a facility close to them to practice at. So, yeah, I think it'd be really cool if they opened a field up. Yeah. Franco! I appreciate that. 2,000... ARS, what's that? I'm going to try to guess. I don't know. Why do I want to say Argentina? I don't know. I know we've probably gone over this before, but I appreciate the super chats, guys. They're so helpful. And yeah, thank you. NXL going all in on fire ant mounds. That would be cool. You know, I don't mind. As long as everyone... Argentina... I was just trying to think of countries that started with an A. Angola, Mark guesses. That was a good guess, although he's probably not in Angola. Didn't the NXL purchase property the Philly event they held? I don't know. I don't believe so. I imagine they'd be still using it. I know that they have like a really long-term contract or whatever with the NXL, with the property for World Cup in Florida, for sure. I don't know if I don't think that they own it. I just think it's like a long-term deal. Angolan pesos. Damn Angola. I'd like to go to Angola. Let's go to Angola. That's funny. I'm with Mark. 19 people, 19 likes, and there's 70 of you goddamn fuckers watching. You know, hit that like button. It's helpful for paintball. It's going to help grow this goddamn channel. It's going to help me stay around. And you know what else is crazy? It's just how many, like, people are unliking Instagram. It's crazy. I lose Instagram followers every day. It's just wild. Why does it always rain at NXL events? Because they're not in Arizona all the time. I don't know. We really haven't had a lot of like crazy rain. It seemed like there for a while there was just tons and tons of rain. And I don't know. We really haven't had any crazy rainy events. I feel like Chicago used to be always rainy. Texas used to be always rainy. But I don't think it's as bad anymore. Jack Turner says, where do you play? Jack, mostly in Sacramento, and like always in Sacramento, at Capital Edge Paintball Park. Capital Edge Paintball Park is... Capital Edge Paintball Park. I don't know. It's cool. I mean, I'm very lucky that we have this here. You know, we have like pro teams come out and play all the time. And there's just... I'm just really lucky. I have a paintball field. Like freaks. Is my like super chat noise working? Did like the noise work? Did you hear like wah, wah? I can't do it. I gotta like warm up my voice to be able to do disturbed sounds. What did you say? I just turned 37. Well, you're a young man. And the game is starting to take a toll on my body. Yeah, me too. Actually, I think. How have you evolved in the game as time goes by? Also, thanks for your content. You know, actually, in these last, like, years of paintball, these last, like, 5 years, ooh, I can't do it. I could do it eventually. Yes. I mean, you know, I used to play, I talked about this, like, I think last week, too. I used to play back all the time, right? I used to play back positions, and I think that, you know, joining teams and stuff, I was kind of like forced into that position because I was tall. The same thing happened with basketball. I was like, no, I kind of want to be shooting guard, and they're like, you could be power forward or something. I'm like, no, but like... So I always got like stuck in those back positions, which was fine. You know, I obviously did it. But, you know, as time's gone on, I actually play more aggressive and probably faster now than I did before. but I've certainly have a knee problem. I cannot get, like, this knee. It's just not good. I don't know what's wrong with it. I either have like a strained PCL, but it's hurt for a long time. It feels like a little swollen all the time, like the back of my knee. I don't know. Maybe it's arthritis or something, or maybe I have like a cyst. I mean, that was one of the options. So I definitely started playing faster, but I really do think that like the answer to that, and the answer to getting older and not being injured, or being able to be competitive still at an older age, or just being able to live a healthy life, all comes back to fitness. I mean, we really all should probably be lifting weights. Yeah. I mean, lifting weights and keeping muscle mass on is probably one of the most important things. Like if I worked out more consistently, I probably wouldn't have this knee problem that I have. Yeah. My advice is just work out. Everyone should work out. You don't got to go spend 2 hours at the gym. Like, figure out some little routine at home you can do in 30 minutes. There's so much good, like, content on the internet now for home fitness stuff. I mean, there's so many YouTube channels that are filled with good workout routines. The hardest part is you got to kind of have to know what you're talking about, though, because some of these people just lie like crazy in these, like, goddamn things. Yep. What else we got to talk about? We talked about those inserts. I really like this. This is something else that happened. These aren't that exciting. They just look really cool. The Bunkerkings CTRL Prism hoppers. These are $250 each, and they're very, very limited. There's only going to be 200 of every single color. They're kind of like this clear with like a prismy look on them. They have this like paint, reflective paint. That one might not be clear. That one doesn't look clear, does it? I don't know. Maybe? It's a little hard to tell. But I really like the solid clear one. Eventually it's going to come up. These are not, like I said, they're not too exciting. It's a little clear. I really like how it's clear. Where is the solid clear one? Solid clear is a little interesting. The all clear, I really like that. I really want one. My problem is, though, I hope it's not shitty like these. This was like a clear. This was one of the gold hoppers that they made. One of the gold hoppers they made, and you can kind of see like right there, like those like marks. That's the gold like coming off. And I kind of hope that these prism hoppers don't have that issue. So hopefully it's like a really solid, durable coating, and not like some like whatever thing. They just look really cool, and I just really like that clear one. That's about all. About it. So what do we at? 47 likes, and there are 65 people watching. What about the leaked push marker? I don't know anything about that. I really don't. Honor Johnston. Push making a gun? Yeah, I don't know about that. I'd be skeptical. I tried yoga once and I feel great when I hit the field. Yeah, I try to stretch. I stretch about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days a week. I don't know, something in there. I find it easy to do when I'm watching TV. I'm just sitting in this chair. I might as well get up and sit on the ground and, do some, stretches or whatever. Yeah, I don't know anything about a push gun. Where can I find this leaked push gun? I don't know. I feel like so much stuff happens on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. No, I'm not really on there that much. But who knows? Pretty sure the push marker is a rebranded gun. That would make sense. They, maybe they just made like a collaboration with some other company or something like that. Hopefully they didn't go insane, like buy the Rainmaker patent or something, like they're remaking the Rainmaker. It just reminds me of what a freaking Nova. You gotta be an insane person to buy a Nova. Oh, okay. Am I logged into Facebook? Yeah, probably. The OG Ironman shared something. Let's see if I can find the Ironmans. Man, what do they have like, do they have like on their Facebook account? They have a group called, oh, there's Dirk Gadbury. I know Dirk personally. Dirk's the man. Dirk's the one who broke my sniper back there. No, he didn't break it. He like, let's I'm getting creative. Hold on here. Bam. Whoop. Oh, stupid. This is stupid. I hate how screenshots work on Macs. They're kind of annoying. Well, maybe not. The new way is just annoying. Oh, that's really small, though. Let's do that. The Ironmen have always been supporting family while pushing forward tech. Okay. So that being said, there will be some changes for us on Marker Front the remainder of the 2023 season and forward. First off, we'd like to thank Shocker, Paintball, Adam Gardner, Daryl Trent, and the late, great Tim Montresor. That's Tim right there. Tim Montresor for supporting the Ironman and support over the last few years. You guys are awesome. We're excited to come clean on the new push propel marker. Looking forward to seeing Brian Bonini, Michael Spurlock. Someone in the chat room, who is Michael Spurlock? Help me out. I know it's somebody. So it looks like Push is going to come out with a gun that the push propel marker. Oh, look at M. Carter Brown. Okay, we're making progress, guys. The Ironmen have always been, that's the same exact thing. Oh, look at this. I think I found something. So this was like 5 days ago. Yeah, I completely missed all this stuff. Man, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Hold on here. I deleted it. So this thing, I think. So who is... the Machine Vapor owner. Well, this thing's going to be a piece of shit, so I can't imagine this gun even working. Machine Paintball, I mean, they're terrible. So, Machine Paintball, we're doing like real-time research here. What was the gun that Machine just came out? No, the last Machine Vapor Paintball gun, what was it? Wow, did I not even see this? I've not even seen this picture. What am I like? I've like totally like, I don't know. I really don't remember some of this stuff. It's a rebranded R Mac. What the hell's an R Mac? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. The R Mac. I mean, Machine have had such big problems. Maybe I'm thinking of the gear. The Machine gear. That thing was terrible. I don't know. What are you guys talking about? Machine Vapor owner, he created an R Mac. I really don't even know what the R Mac is. Juan, Do you think celebrity paintball tournaments could get more attention for the sport? Probably not. Well, yeah, I mean, more attention, but, you know, you got to have like a reason to play paintball. You know, people aren't just going to play it because celebrities played, you know? It still has to be like fun and look cool. The Flowtech R Mac. What? I don't even know what that is. I seriously have never seen this before. Wild, guys. We're breaking ground today. Browser window. Let's Kabingo some of these tabos. So apparently this is the R Mac. This is the first I've ever seen this. I mean, to be fair, mechanical guns are going to be a little bit easier than making like electronic guns. I mean, with the electronic guns, you have to worry more about, you know, you get software and solenoids and all kinds of stuff. It looks like it uses some sort of eye pipe. Yeah, guys, I've never actually seen this. This is crazy. I've literally never seen this. So, is this like, can I purchase this? Says I've seen a few delivered. This person said I put an order in today. Well, their website totally doesn't work, so let's just see if they're bad at the internet. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. It looks bad. It doesn't look good. It looks huge. It looks really big. I don't know about this whole like hump on the back. Like it's like crazy looking. But with my experience with machine vapor, and I would say that almost everyone's experience with machine vapor has not been that good. So I'll be curious to see what happens. You know, I mean, we're talking about, you know, companies investing money and spending money. So that's good, right? It's always good when we have competition, you know, like it's cool that the, you know, the OG Ironman, that like, you know, Woodsball 10-man version of the Ironman with like all the old Ironman guys, like old Ironman guys, like the original Ironman guys. It's cool to see a company making stuff and a team like that, you know, picking that stuff up. You know, they lost a spot, like Shocker lost that team. So maybe they're like, oh, you know, we got to make something better now to be able to keep teams around. So, you know, I think that's good, but machine vapor is pretty bad. They made the machine gear. They made this thing. They made... No, that might not work. Gee whiz. I don't know. There's pictures aren't even coming up. Yep, they made the gear. The gear was awful. It was one of the loudest hoppers I ever used. I think I bought like 10 of them when I owned the paintball store. I bought like 10 or something like that before they were ever even released. And they were just awful. It was crazy, crazy loud. And then they actually ended up selling the rights to the hopper to GI Sports. And that's how we got the GI Sports level. So it was really like the gear was, made by machine, and then it ended up turning into the level. Do you think Empire will come out with a mid-high-end mechanical marker? Probably not. I'd like to see it though. I mean, you know, one of my favorite guns, still to this day. I really like the Axe, and I really like the mini platform. Those guns are really reliable. They're simple. They've got to be cheap to manufacture because they're so simple. They're quiet. They're reliable. They're efficient. They're really good guns. So I actually really would like to probably see a mechanical version of like an axe or something. That would be cool. But I don't really know. Who knows what Empire's doing? I mean, Empire needs to do a lot of stuff. I saw a comment about the Defender, the Empire Defender. I would love to see a speedball game with everyone using the Empire Defender. The Defender is really cool. All magnesium? So cool. I really like the Defender. Let's look at pictures of the Defender. Well, didn't they spell it like crazy? Yeah. I mean, just look at how cool it is. It's so cool. And I like douche. I really think it's neat. It's all magnesium. I think I said that. I definitely said that. So it's all magnesium. So this thing looks like it would be very, very heavy, but it's not. I mean, it's really not. It's probably lighter than, like, it's lighter than my CS3 with my Spire on it, for sure. Which doesn't make much sense, but it really is. They're really cool. They are really cool. I like the Defender. Big fan of the Defender. Always liked it. Remember the Pulse RDR? Yeah, that thing didn't last very long, if at all. I don't even know if they ever really sold that thing. It was kind of weird. It had like a radar, like a chronograph built into the front of it. Freaking crazy. Mark, I remember it reminded me of the CVO, but had a really nice shot on it. Only thing, I don't even know what you're talking about. I can feel air coming out of the grips. I don't know. What's it made out of? Yep, magnesium. Yep. I've heard the force that Matt the Gym Rat uses, it's orange and yellow. It's badass. Oh, you've held it. Cool. I don't know what, they just came out with, like, some new guns. Like, Field 1 just came out with some new colors. Maybe it's one of those. Ew, I can't type right here. Whoa. Let's go look at the Forces on Field 1's website. I really like the Force. The Force is a great gun. You know, I just don't play tournaments either, so it's like, that's the one I was thinking about. Does he have that one? That one's super cool. Damn, that looks really cool, actually. That is a really good color. I really like that. Yeah, I just don't play tournaments enough, and I really don't have a need for, like, you know, one of these really expensive guns. That's the one. I really like this gun. It's really good looking. I really like how the trigger matches. That's pretty cool. They got a lot of cool guns, though. Not so much right now, but, you know, there's all the team versions. Like, all the players have different versions and stuff. So that's 17 versus 1550. That's not bad. It just costs a lot to do that anno, too, so... Yeah, I really like the Force. It's just so hard, you know, I don't play tournaments, so I don't really have a need for, you know, some of these high-end guns, where I just kind of play rec and sort of just dick around, so there's not much reason for me to own a high-end gun. I really just, you know, play rec, and, you know, the mechanical guns are fine for me, you know, the ETHA 3M, or, you know, even this just plain-ass stock E-mech is perfectly fine. Yeah. You know, I am going to try to underbore, I think. I think I'm going to go to I want to try to, like, underbore paint. I want to try to use, like, a 680 insert with, like, bigger stuff. I'm going to try to do that, though, coming up. Speaking of stuff coming up, I think everybody today should go over and buy some sweet-ass headbands from the Paintball Ruined My Life store. You can be cool just like that. I know everyone wants to look cool, and you can look cool like that. There's a whole bunch of them over there. There's a whole bunch right here, too. You can kind of see them. They're only $30, which is a real good deal. 30 bucks. There's 3 packs on there for only 75. So you could buy one, give 2 to your teammates. You know, I don't know. Maybe you got a buddy who likes green stuff. There's a green one. Supporting this channel is so much appreciated, gentlemen. I'm going to start making more videos on this thing. So, I don't ever look at myself as side profile. So sometimes I like catch myself on a side profile and I'm like, huh. I'm like, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully start making more stuff here. Definitely, you know, buying merch helps support that. Because without you guys, I mean, literally, without the people watching this, this would all be impossible. Yep. All of it would be impossible. I really like that one. That one's called the Fade. That one's called the 90s something. The one's in the, like, square. That we're going to have the Wave and the Explorer headband. The Explorer one's cool. The Olmec one's cool. I like that Olmec one, too. That's the one on my head. The Wave. Again, we got some checkers. Buy some merch. It's so appreciated, guys. And you might get a little cool handwritten note from me, too. I like write little things on every one. I think I've seen someone... I respect your consistency. I'm not very consistent at all. But I appreciate it. You know, there's that like thing right there. The DLS has a fixed bolt system out right now. What does that mean? I don't know about that either. I figured that Dye would like send emails about that stuff. Okay. Search for this. Dye's website. There's this super stanchy bolt. There's a back cap. I don't know. The DLS has not gone that well for Dye. I have a friend that has a DLS, and we're thinking about reviewing it. So I actually might make like a Dye DLS review video. We'll see. Kenneth Wilcox. You know, I don't know. Maybe Field 1, not Field 1, but DLS. I don't know. There you go. Cade, apparently the new bolt fixes all the issues. I don't even think they know what all the issues are, though. It seems like they all have like different problems. There's just, I don't know, there's not enough of those guns out there, so I don't really know. You know, it's like if the CS3 has a problem, or like, you know, some big gun has a problem, we kind of hear about them because there's a lot of people out there using them. But the DLS, there's just not a lot of people with them. So their problems kind of go a little bit under the radar because there's not as many people talking about it. So I don't really know, honestly, about all the problems those have. I know that Michael Dufort, who has the DLS, he had to send it to Dye, and they like had to drill out the on-off button because it got like jammed in there. So that's not that good. It's not the greatest. We're going to tell people again, like the live stream. If you guys are watching this, give the live stream a little bit of a like. I'm watching the counter right now. I'm going to see if it goes up. I'm not going to talk until it goes up. Okay, I didn't wait too long. It still didn't go up, but it's helpful. Dye just needs to make a fancy DSR Plus. What do you mean by fancy? They just came out with like, oh, there's some likes. Thanks, guys. They just came out with like the Icon 1 or whatever. What about this thing? Let's see if I still have that. I don't still have pictures of that. Sorry, I thought I had pictures maybe still. They just came out with it. I mean, that's fancy. Rob, I love it. Thank you, sir. I really like the DSR Plus. And I know the DSR Plus is actually designed by a different person than the people who've designed all the M3 guns. And I really wish that, like, you know, everyone who's working on the DSR Plus would come make an M4. So I think the DSR is kind of like shoots better. It's a like better size. It's quieter. I think it's more reliable. I prefer those ergonomics a little bit more. Should we say ergonomics? Probably ergonomics is better. The free flow, yep, there's also the Trix, the free flow DSR Plus. Cade Perry. What features or changes do you think the M4 should have? Well, you know, I think that Dye's biggest problem, honestly, is their build quality. I think that when you touch the other high-end guns, right? So, like, if you're just, you know, rando person who's never played paintball before ever, and we put down like a Lux, we put down like a Force, we put down the CS3, we put down the Mac Dev GT2, we put down, what the hell are we talking about? The M3. We put down like the M3 Plus or whatever. And I think that if you like had a random person say, they would probably tell you that the Field 1 gun and the Planet Eclipse gun are just made way better. And I really do kind of feel like that's the biggest problem. So I think that they just need to spend more money on manufacturing, right? I really dislike the grips. I feel like the milling feels cheaper to me for some reason. Like the body just doesn't feel as nice. You can see more machining marks. You know, I really don't like the eye pipe. And I kind of just feel like their guns are a little too cheap feeling. You know, whereas the DSR Plus really does feel like a nicer gun than those M3s. So I think that just trying to make it nicer and a little bit more premium, right? Because especially now when we're able to buy, you know, like the 180R is $1,100 and it's very, very good. You know, you got the Shockers like $650, maybe it's $750. It's way cheaper. So there's guns that perform just as good that are like $1,000 cheaper. So I just want to see like higher quality from them. And I think that that higher quality will also result in their guns just performing better, right? They'll be more reliable. They'll be more consistent over the radar. Yep. There's a couple other things. You know, I think that's one of the main reasons Planet Eclipse guns are so good, is because they're just made so good. There's no like weird manufacturing issues or anything. They're all just solid, except for, you know, there's problems. The CS1 had problems, CS2 had a problem. The CS3 came with a too small O-ring. That's obviously a problem. But I just think in the long run, you know, those other guns are better. So I think I would just like to see them made better. I think just manufacturing the things a little bit better would probably result in them selling more product and their products just being better in general. That's what I think. Speaking of Planet Eclipse, I talked about this in the very beginning of this thing, but there is currently a raffle taking place for this. Right there. The CS3 in the Facebook group, the Paintball Ruin My Life Facebook group. Raffle for that thing. And for this thing, they come with, you're going to get the CS3 and a mechanical frame. Tickets are only $10. $10 each. There's a link in the description of this video or said live streams. Jason, buy a raffle ticket. Yeah, Jason, that's a good point. You buy a raffle ticket, literally $10. Literally. And you know, I should say most of the time the people that win the raffles are the people that are buying like 1 or 2 tickets. Sometimes there's people that'll buy like 10 or more than whatever, 15 or something crazy. Maybe not 15. 10's probably the most. And a lot of the times those people don't even win. Which, you know, sucks kind of, but I appreciate it. So, what do you think about the Empire 6 compared to an Axe? A new 6 is worth $500. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't think $500 is a bad price. I kind of wish those were slightly cheaper. But I really like the Empire 6. You know, I was talking earlier how I really like the axe in the Mini, and really the Empire 6 is just like a, you know, a little better version of those guns. I think that the biggest problem people have with that Empire, with the 6, is just that foregrip. I mean, people don't like the foregrip. It's just so big and like wacky feeling that people don't like it. I do though. I'm a fan of that big foregrip. I got a big old hand, so I kind of like that bigger, chunky foregrip. I love the 6. It's just kind of a weird gun to me. You know, like, I don't know if I could spend $500 on it. I wish I could find one for like $300. If I, you know, if I could find like $300. If I could find one for like $300, that'd be cool. But they're great. I mean, so it's like, it's not bad. You know, there's things that like I wouldn't spend money on because they're bad. But I definitely don't think the 6 is a bad gun. I like it. But yeah, he's right. It's B. Says $500 you can get a good Planet gun. Yeah. I mean, you could pretty much just buy an Ether 3. You could probably find like a 170R for probably like a little bit more than that. But then again, we start talking about used guns, and I hate telling people to buy used guns. Because you got to know what you're buying, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about the free flow technology autocockers? Did we talk about free flow last week? We might have talked about free flow last week. Was it free flow? Did I completely delete that topic? Looks like it. I like the free flow guns. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that cockers are cockers, kind of, you know. Autocockers are autocockers, really. So it's like, I don't think that there's probably not one company making cockers that's like dramatically better than the other. Mainly because they're using all the same parts, you know. It's like, you either got Inception stuff or, you know, I guess you could do like, I don't know, other freaking pneumatics. I'm like blanking on pneumatics. They're coming with Inception stuff. I know there's Dye is making their stuff. You can get, I'm like trying to think of one company I'm just blanking on. I don't know. My friend Eric has a free flow autococker. I actually used it in a video like 2 weeks ago. I put up like a gameplay video and I was playing with the free flow. They're good. I mean, I just don't like autocockers. I don't know. The new cockers are considerably better than they used to be, but I've always had so many problems in the past with cockers that I just kind of want my gun to work. You know, I just want it to shoot paintballs. I don't really care so much if it's a cocker. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Shock Tech, there's one. That's not who I was looking for. Bell sales, that's what I was looking for. Bell sales, although that bell sales stuff can be a little bit hard to track down sometimes. Yeah, I just want stuff to work, and cockers are too finicky and weird, and I feel like I have to mess with stuff to get it to work right, and you can have more problems than other guns, and I don't really care about any of that crazy stuff. Cade, Rocky Cagnoni is supposedly bringing back Warp Sports. Yeah, I heard something about that. Is it Rocky doing it? Because Ed Poorman's the guy who like owned Warp Sports, old school Avalanche player, along with Rocky Cagnoni. Him and Rock are friends, so it makes kind of sense that I wonder what they do though. Warp Sports, like, I don't know, did they even make anything cool back in the day? They made a lot of stuff, but they didn't make anything like crazy. I guess they had like their limited edition guns and like custom versions of Angels and stuff like that and whatever. I remember the big ass flame drop forwards they had. Like they had all this like weird ass accessory stuff that I wasn't very into. One. Have you heard about the Muddy Bloodies 3D printed autococker hinge frame? They printed a frame? I have not. I have seen a lot of that stuff though. And I know... Man, do we not have an actual website? I hate companies or like things that don't have actual websites. Kind of drive me crazy. I'm looking at Instagram. Man, that seems crazy to print a mechanical frame. Oh wow. I mean, he's got like slider hinge frames and all kinds of stuff. So much 3D printed stuff. I mean, it's like that video that just came out, the blunderbuss barrel video. I really didn't expect that thing to be any good. I mean, well, I don't know if it's good, but I don't know. I don't expect this 3D printed stuff. I don't expect this 3D printed stuff to be like as solid and durable as it has been, but it's really not bad. Getting cooler. It's not as hot in here anymore. That's good. Took like 2 hours. I'm looking at my notes. This is not very... I don't know if this is gonna work. What happens if I click this link? I just liked this. I thought that Tom Guest shooting like this is kind of funny. This freaking stupid like preview thing. Shooting at like a crazy angle, like holding his gun out in the middle of the air. This is kind of funny. Is there no sound? Oh, Jesus, sorry guys. I just think it's funny. Tom Guest is really good. Like, he was like, he's always been like, you know, a better player, we'll say. But I'm gonna switch back to that really fast. Cover your ears. Oh, no, it's not playing. That's good. Yeah, Tom Guest, it's kind of crazy how he went to X Factor, and he's like done so good on X Factor. It's just kind of cool. You want to talk about big people playing paintball? He's probably bigger than I am. I mean, he maybe not taller, but he's definitely like slightly bigger, a little bit larger in all the right places, if you know what I'm saying. Paintball DNA, those guys are awesome. What's for dinner? Pizza. Shit. I don't know. Yeah. Damn, I don't know. I didn't even thought about it, but I do want pizza. I don't know. Maybe I'll have pizza like this weekend. I don't know. I don't know what's happening though. I really want pizza. I haven't really eaten today either. I've had 3 eggs and a smoothie. It's been a while. Pineapple? Hell no. I just get regular ass pizza. I just prefer regular pepperoni. I'll do a double pepperoni every once in a while, you know, and sauce it up. Mix it up. I don't want Chinese food. Chinese food's kind of like gross. You know, I don't know. I don't dislike Chinese food. Like the actual like food is good, but like there's so many like shitty Chinese restaurants where it's just kind of like greasy and like weird. It doesn't feel like it's very high quality. So I really haven't had like good Chinese food in a long time. Last time I had Chinese food was probably Chinese New Year. That's like real Chinese food. Real Chinese food is not good. You get a little bit of jai, a little bit of jiangxu, I think. Jai. Oh, real Chinese food's awful. Brad has a tapeworm. I don't have a tapeworm, thank God. You know, foolish creations. Brad is a tapeworm like me. Can't put on weight for the life of me. If I overate, I could. I mean, I could put on weight. I just don't eat that much. But I think that I'm skinny or I'm not. I'm never going to be fat for two reasons. I don't. Genetics, right? I just got lucky. And I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be fat. Never going to happen. I need to be able to live my life, you know? I want to be able to, like, mobile and, like, doing stuff. And if I weighed 300 pounds, it just wouldn't happen. So I got lucky, genetics, and then, you know, I don't eat that much, and I work out, and I eat healthy food, and, you know, all that stuff. But I could probably gain weight. I've tried to gain weight. I mean, I weigh more now than I probably have in years. I probably weigh like 204 pounds, 205 pounds right now. Pure muscle. Not really. No, I'm never going to jinx myself. I cannot imagine. I would have to have like a whole complete lifestyle change. Complete lifestyle change. Where I'd have to like, I don't know, just start eating like crazy. I can't imagine. I hate eating. Eating's the worst. Like getting everything ready and like cooking and like putting this shit away and like figuring out what I want to cook and like going to the grocery store. God, I fucking hate it. Schwarzkabel. I always try that and I can't ever do it. I'm fat and I just walked 5 miles hunting today and carried a dog over a mile. Carrying a dog kind of sucks. Yeah. What's the farthest I've walked? I definitely have not walked. It's been a long time since I've walked 5 miles or ran 5 miles. Carrying a dog sucks. The furthest I've ever walked is probably around 20, maybe like 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. But that was like, you know, with a backpack on in the mountains and shit too, so. Which I could not do now. If I tried to do that right now, I'd die. I'd die at like mile 2. I'd be like, all right, guys. I'd be like, we're stopping here, right, guys? Anyway, I feel weird talking about how like I hate food and most people like it. I got scratched by a cat the other day. I don't know if you can see, there's like a line right there. I'm trying to see if I can see it in the camera. I was trying to put a harness on a cat and it didn't go right. Although he's a young kitty. He's probably like 4 months old or 5 months old. He's an indoor cat. He's not my cat. And I'm like, we're going outside, bud. And I bought him a harness. He didn't like it. He got used to it a little bit. And then he'd walk, like, he'd take a couple steps. And then every once in a while, he'd jump real quick. That was funny. Cats on harnesses are hilarious. It's such a weird thing. But I also get, like, not wanting your cat to go outside, you know? Like, they get eaten by coyotes, and they're killing birds, and getting hit by cars, and all kinds of stuff. It was pretty funny. Sheesh, that's a 2K super chat. No, it's not really $2,000, Eric. It was like $5 and something. It's like $2,000, 2,000, whatever, Argentinian pesos. Is $5.71. But it's crazy that that stays up there that long. It really shouldn't. It probably should go away faster. Anyway. Any quantity of super chat Brad likes. I'm gonna start talking in the third person too. Oh, I didn't right there. Oh, I didn't. Brad's gonna start talking in the third person. Paintball ruined my life live. It must be Thursday. It's Thursday. I assure you it's Thursday. Okay, chat room, give me something to talk about. No one's talking to me. Okay, I was going to talk about adrenaline SAS barrels, which we talked about. Adrenaline SAS barrels, we talked about right there. We talked about the control in prism color. We did the HK Army hopper. CS3 raffles taking place. This is a really good video. This was... this is on the Planet Eclipse Facebook page, or not Facebook, their YouTube page. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but we'll just, you know, we'll see what it is a little bit.
In daily life, you know, we all have stress, and we all have this, and we have that.
Chris Lasoya, Pony Boy, one of the most influential, maybe like one of the most important players in the past 25 years, I don't know, ever in the sport of paintball. We're going to turn that audio down because I have a feeling that I'm going to get copyright strike from this, so let's actually find out. I think we can go like this. I think it's royalty free. Yep, Chris Lasoya. This is just a little video with Chris Lasoya talking about, like, you know, playing paintball and like what it's like now to play as he's like aged or getting older, and yeah, it's kind of cool. Huge fan of the Lasoya. Someone did a super chat. We'll go back. Eric! EP Mech Airball event next month at Capital Edge. Really? Wow. I'll play that. I'd like to play that. I was also thinking I was thinking like Street Fighter guys, we should try to go to Scrim Wars. Scrim Wars. I don't know where Scrim Wars is at though. I don't know. I think it's like in a month. It might be like in October at some point. Something like that. Scrim Wars. Eric, super chats. I appreciate it, brother. Chris Lasoya.
It's hard to say that I made myself an incredible player when I have so many good teammates around me. I was very aggressive, and I try to make the importance on these younger players. Be aggressive. Don't be scared. Just go out and do what you do. People don't see that 99 times it didn't work. They only see the one time it did. And trust me, an incredible player when I have so many good teammates around me. I was very aggressive, and I try to make the.
It's crazy everybody using the mech.
Don't.
That purple barrel's on there is dope. It reminds me of Eric.
Be scared. Just go out and do what you do. People don't see that 99 times it didn't work. They only see the one time it did. And trust me, there's 99 times it never worked for me. But the one time they did see it, everybody's like, oh my God, did you see that?
Man, old photos. I want to. I don't know. I wish I had somewhere to put actual photos. I really like photos.
Intricate part to
and like, I really wish I had like a cool film camera, like a medium format film camera.
I don't think the Mac League would be what it is without.
But we'd have to have that. Chris Lasoya, there's also a link in the description. Go watch that whole goddamn thing. It's pretty cool. We're not just gonna steal Planet Eclipse's content. Do you like super dead ears? What are those? What the hell are super dead ears? God, I cannot type on this keyboard. Super dead ears. Super dead paintball. Looks like they got microfibers. I don't see anything. I just see some microfibers or something. I don't even know what super dead ears are. Are they like just the Revo 2.0 ears or something like that? Interesting. They're just clear ears for a proliferax. I don't know. They just look like Revo 2.0 ears, right? The like rubber ones. I don't know. I mean, I do like the Revo ears more, but I like them more than like the foam ears or the hard ears. I don't know. They just look like they're clear. Well, I'm not going on Facebook. Facebook's a whole problem. It's so annoying to do it on. I'm not. Facebook on live streams is a goddamn nightmare. I hate Facebook. I mean, I don't understand why, like, you know, as a paintball company, you would not have a website. It's like the most crazy thing in the world to me, how some of these people don't have websites, but they have Facebook accounts. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if this is that website or not, but this is the only one that, like, had pictures even. This is just a person selling a bunch of, like... Dude, I had so many of these. Damn it. I had so many of all these masks at one point. It's crazy. Yeah, but some of these people, they don't have websites. The dumbest shit ever. I really don't get it. I mean, I get you gotta pay. But, I mean, you can have a website for, like, $5 a month. Yeah, going on Facebook's a nightmare. All kinds of... And I'm not, like, logged in on this computer. That's part of the problem. And all these things are pop up to sign in, and you can't actually do anything. It's difficult. Yeah, but so many of these companies don't have freaking websites. It's the dumbest shit ever. Like, it makes it so difficult to find anything. Because, like... You can't, like, search the internet. You can't search Facebook, really. You have to be, like, on Facebook to search Facebook. So it's like, I'm not... Why would I randomly search Facebook just to happen? Hope it's there. Crazy to me. Well, you can get a website for, like, $2 a month. I mean, like... I pay... I don't know what I pay. Like... like $300 a year or something like that. Look, $2.99. I mean, although it's regularly, and this is on SiteGround. You know, SiteGround's a good, good web hosting company. Maybe you can just host it straight up on like Shopify or something. People could do. I don't know. Drives me crazy. What do you think about the level hopper? It's under $100. I've had one for over 1.5 years, and it has never jammed. Yeah, I don't think you can jam those hoppers. I didn't mind the level. I used the level for probably a few months. No, maybe like a year and a half, actually. For a while, I didn't have any problems with my level. I liked the thing. I think that... I don't know, though. I think if I was in that $100 price... honestly, right now, I'm kind of bored with the Spire. Like, Spires have been the same hopper for so long, it's just kind of boring. Yeah, it's just kind of boring for me now, the Spires are. So, I think that I would... Corey just said right there. I think that $100, I'm probably buying the Sonic. I really like the HK Army Sonic loader. It's really light, it's really small. It's going to feed faster than that level. Maybe a little bit faster than the Spire. So I like it. That's probably what I would buy. But I had no problems with my Sonic. I had no problems with my my level at all. The thing worked perfectly fine. So I liked it. We were talking about him earlier. The original version, when Machine Paintball made it, and they called it the Gear, it was just awful. But when GI bought it, they spruced it up a little bit and actually took care of the problems that things had. It was pretty cool. All right, guys. I'm going to go. This week, you'll see some stuff, hopefully coming up this week. The video is definitely done and on YouTube. It's just a matter of YouTube saying if we can put it on the internet or not, which is ridiculous. But there'll be a Planet Eclipse CS3 mechanical video. All that nonsense right there. Coming up this week. And, if you want to help maybe support this channel, if you're still around here watching me, maybe go check out the merch at paintballruinedmylife.com or Paintball Ruined My Life. So PBRML.com. You can go to .shop as well if you want to go directly to the store. It's not like it's not like the store is hard to find on the website. It's right. It's the, okay, come on. What the heck? This is not a good demo. Is that like, what the hell's going on with that link? Okay, Paintball Ruined My Life store. It's not very hard to find that right there. You just click that merch store. And, you got stuff. You got headbands, barrel covers, and t-shirts, and jazz like that. I'm more concerned about what's happening right here. Do we need to do dub? I shouldn't need to do WW. Okay, we're going to look into that later. Yep. Merch, I don't know what the hell's going on. The website's, now I'm thinking about the website the whole time. So thanks guys for showing up. I appreciate everyone who comes by and chats it up a little bit and does those things. Yep, we talked about SAS already. It's somewhere back there. You just got to rewind a little bit. Corey, thank you. Corey Sims, sorry. All right. That link's not working. Now we're going to try a different browser just to see. I got to be able to freaking type, though. Yeah, or this damn... Oh, there it went finally. Jesus, what is going on? Why did it take so long? Now it's like instantaneous. I don't know. Guys, come back next weekend. Not next weekend. Next Thursday, we can hang out. I'm going to try to get, some of these cool guns that came out. I'm going to try to track down one of these, or one of these, or one of those, or maybe one of these. I'm pretty sure that I can get this. Maybe not that color, but... Gentlemen and lady, if you're here. The lady. I don't know. Come back next time. Thank you, guys.